Hey, what's going on? Charles Austin here, and let's be fit forever. All right, so today I want to talk to you a little bit about basketball. All right, this is for my basketball athletes. This is for my parents of basketball athletes. This is for my folks who love to play basketball and want to be better at it, right? Today I'm going to talk about 5 simple exercises that you can start doing tomorrow or today, whenever it depends on when you watch this video, to improve your athletic performance for basketball. All right, so we're not talking drills, we're not talking shooting drills, you're not even going to pick up a basketball. This is literally things that you can do because we're going to focus on exercises and the muscles that are required to be great at this sport. All right, but before we jump in, make sure you're always liking this video, subscribing to the channel, make sure you turn those notifications on. If you see that little logo, that CAF logo, all you got to do is click that right there. It'll take you right to how you subscribe to the channel. All right, and also, make sure you're checking out my streams every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time, and also Saturdays at 1 p.m. Central Time, okay? But let's see. Let's go ahead and jump in, okay? No reason to wait. I like to go ahead and knock this out, and we'll do Q&A here at the end. But so real quick, before we kind of get into some of these moves, what kind of skills are even needed for basketball? And I don't know why they have a picture of soccer. But anywho, what kind of exercises are needed for basketball, right? I think this is something that a game that at least everybody probably has seen if they haven't played it. All right, we understand what it is, but obviously there's lots of running. Okay, so there's lots of running involved in basketball. So definitely needing lots of cardio for your endurance. There's lots of quick sprints, change of direction, right? As soon as you get done running down one end, you're already going back to the other. So lots of running, right? Well, you're also going to need plenty of leg and arm strength. You're going to be doing things like boxing out. You're going to be passing. You're going to be shooting. You're going to be dribbling. For your lower body, you're going to be jumping, you're going to be cutting, you're going to have to be playing defense, right? Rebounding. All these different things are related to your arm and leg strength. And then also plenty of agility and balance, specifically on the defensive end, because you need to react to what the other team is doing. And also on the offensive end, for you to have excellent agility, to be able to move around screens and cut to the basket and get around defenders. All these different things are definitely important when it comes to basketball. So I wanted to start out with my first of 5. Again, this is my top 5. Well, not necessarily my top 5, but these are 5 exercises you can start doing right now to improve your basketball performance. And I wanted to start right here with jump squats. All right. Now, I chose this image just because I really liked the way that the arms are extended here at the top. Right, lots of times when we do jump squats, for whatever reason, we throw those hands down when we're going up in the air. And if you think about it, when you're playing basketball or you're going up for a shot, you're going up to play defense, you're trying to block a shot, trying to rebound, you're not jumping with your hands down. Okay, so we want to be very functional with these moves. So I like this one just because of the way she looks in the image, where she's dropping down into a nice squatted position and exploding up with her arms up. Okay, so what muscles do you use on a vertical jump? The reason why we pick jump squats is because obviously there's lots of jumping involved in basketball. So what are the muscles that are involved in a jump squat? As we scroll down here, obviously a vertical jump is literally what it says. It's literally being on the ground 1 second, jumping straight up in the air the next, right? That's a vertical jump. I don't need to do any more than that. But the main muscles that are involved in a vertical jump include your quads, okay, your glutes, your hamstrings, and also your calf muscles. Those are all muscles involved in your jump squat, okay? There's others as well as muscles in your hips. And obviously anything that you do are going to involve your abdominal muscles and your back muscles, but specifically we're talking here, all right? So what are the benefits of a jump squat, right? For explosion, right? Where was it? Here we go. Yes. So, obviously, if you're somebody who's trying to focus on toning their glutes, well, yeah, this might be an excellent exercise to do. But specifically, if we're talking about jump squats, we're going to be engaging the entire lower body and also your core. Again, doesn't matter what exercise that you do. It could be something as simple as a bicep curl. You're still going to use your core, okay? But also, you're going to look at exercises that are going to focus on your quadriceps, right? Your quads. We already listed that those are one of the main muscles involved in a vertical jump. Also, your hamstrings. That's going to be your muscles that's on the back of your legs. Your calf muscles, okay? Also, your glutes. So all muscles that we previously listed that are involved in a vertical jump. When you're focusing on doing squat jumps, excellent training for those muscles to improve your vertical jump. So there's other ways we can do this. We can jump on boxes. We can do box jumps. We can even add dumbbells as we become more comfortable with the exercise. But this is a great exercise to start with because if you don't have any equipment, it's an easy exercise to do at home, and you can start improving your vertical jump. So my first exercise, jump squats, to help improving your jumping ability, because with basketball, yes, there is plenty of jumping to go around. All right, my next exercise on the list is going to be high knees. Okay, so as you can see in the image, he has a driving motion here, along with his knees raising about waist high with each and every rep. Okay, and I chose this exercise simply because there's lots of quick sprinting. Right, 1 second you might be standing still, and the next second you might have to turn and run. So I picked this exercise to help train those muscles to get that running motion going for sprints, right? So which muscles are worked during high knees? Okay, well, we have our quadriceps, all right? We have our glutes, our calves, our hamstrings, our hip flexors. What's important about all of these muscles? All right, well, all of these muscles are involved in sprinting, okay? More specifically, we're talking about our calf muscles. We're also talking about our hip flexors here. Obviously, the more flexibility you can have in your hips, and if we go back to the image, our hip flexors kind of sit right in this general area here, right below our waist. The more flexibility we can have in our hips, the more we can drive those legs as they're sprinting, which can improve our speed, which can allow us to get back to the other end of the court a little bit quicker, right? Let's see, what was it? Where was it? Where was it? Yeah, there it is. So the other thing about high knees is not only are you working on improving the muscles and training that fast twitch motion that goes with sprinting, it's a good way to help improve your cardiovascular fitness as well. Again, and also focusing on the strengthening your abdominal and your lower body muscles to prepare for more complex exercises. So obviously, this is a basic move, but it's a basic, simple one that anybody can do. So yes, it's going to help benefit you in sprinting, but it's also going to help strengthen your core and your lower body. So as you progress and you go to more difficult exercises, you'll be more prepared to do those exercises. So again, exercise number 1, we started off with jump squats, really kind of focusing on improving that vertical jump. Exercise number 2 was high knees to kind of work on those muscles and that motion that's associated with sprinting to kind of help us get back and forth on each end of the court a little bit quicker, okay? So again, we talked about this a second ago, the most important sprinting muscles here. Obviously, we're powering our sprinter muscles, our legs and our hips and our glutes. And again, your hamstrings, super important, right? You know, I was watching the game last night when, what was the guy from Phoenix? He hurt his hamstring. I forget his name. The guy that plays on the Suns, really nice player, really good shooter. But anyway, he hurt his hamstrings when he was trying to chase down a defender. So definitely your hamstrings, and as we already mentioned here, you know, the main exercises involved here with our high knees include our hamstrings and our glutes and our quads, all those things. So definitely hamstrings, your quadriceps, your glutes, again, hip flexors, all muscles involved in sprinting and running, and these are all muscles that we're going to involve when we're working high knees, okay? So let's go ahead and go to exercise number 3, right? Exercise number 3. Well, this is kind of like twofold, okay? It's not necessarily an exercise, but what I wanted to do is I want to kind of focus on our inner and outer thighs, all right? Technically, we call those our abductors and adductors, right? But anyway, we're talking about our inner and outer thighs. Most of you know your inner thigh muscles as your groin muscles, right? So I put stretching on here because we want to increase our flexibility, right? So there's lots of different exercises we listed here. As you can see, you have this groin, your squat groin stretch, right? Frog stretches, right? You got your straddle stretch, butterfly stretch. Basically, we're focusing on increasing our flexibility in our inner thigh, this general vicinity right in here. I wanted to couple this exercise, these exercises are, and we're talking about focusing on our groin flexibility. I wanted to couple those with also hip abductor exercise, and this is about the muscles on the outside. So we're talking about flexibility on the inner thigh, and we're also talking about strengthening the outer thigh, right? So as you can see here, a simple lying leg raise, right? Or side raise, super simple, right? Let's see here. I thought there was another exercise on here. Where'd it go? But main thing, as you can see in this motion, the focus here is on these abductor muscles that kind of sit right on the outside of the hip, upper thigh area, right? So we definitely want to focus on abductor strength and abductor flexibility, and also groin flexibility here. And why is that? Well, as you can see here, I picked up a video here just so you could kind of see like this lateral shuffle, right? So this is definitely a motion that you're gonna have. You're gonna be participating in very commonly when you're on the defensive end in basketball. And one of the areas, or the two areas that's gonna be involved a lot when it comes to side shuffles and playing defense, right, is gonna be that inner thigh muscle, that groin area, right, and also the outer thighs, right. So what this muscle does on the inside, as you can see, the legs are going in and out, right. So as you have this part of the move where your legs are coming in, these muscles here, the groin or those adductor muscles, they're helping to bring that leg back close toward the center of the body. Okay, as the move continues on, you have to push out and have that leg go out. Well, now we're working with these abductor muscles over here to push the leg away from the body. So we want to make sure that we have lots of flexibility, lots of range of motion in our groin muscles to avoid injury and to increase our quickness and our agility when it comes to playing defense and doing things like side shuffles. And we also want to have strong abductor muscles. Those are the muscles that's on the outside of the hip, so that we can push off the ground and to help with our quickness as well, again, when we're working on defense and agility. So if we're talking about exercise number 3, we're basically going to basically blend our inner and outer thigh strength and flexibility. So definitely exercises and stretches that focus on inner and outer thigh strength and flexibility. Okay. Next exercise, right? Here we have triceps extensions. Okay. So this one we have pictured with dumbbells, right? So you can do seated tricep extensions in this fashion here, but you can do them with bands. You can do them with cables. There's different ways. You can do them with barbells. There's different ways to do this exercise, but the main thing to understand is that we're keeping the same motion where we're keeping our elbows pointed pretty close to forward, right? I think I'm a little off center here. And we're going to be extending those arms to the sky each and every rep. All right, training our triceps. So why do we need to train our triceps? Well, what I did is I was able to find what I think is the purest stroke that I've ever seen in basketball. Ray Allen, right? Purest stroke you ever seen. And what this is kind of breaking down his entire jump shot, right? And the reason why I want to focus on the triceps, as you can see, there's a lot of this. If I turn to the side here, if you see, there's a lot of this motion here when you're shooting a jump shot over and over and over again, right? And not only that, there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of strength needed in the offhand that helps hold the ball in place when you're shooting that shot, right? So you don't want tired, weak tricep muscles. You want those muscles to be ready to fire and ready to shoot that shot whenever you need it. Stronger triceps can also help increase your shooting range, right? So if we're talking about your ability to shoot, free throw line and in, right? Or now we're taking it, to the 3-point line and in. Now we've increased our range, and we've improved our overall ability to play that game, right? So tricep strength is important. Also, triceps flexibility. You don't want to only focus on building up the strength. You also want to make sure you get in plenty of flexibility work in those triceps muscles. But definitely, you're going to want to focus on increasing that strength, also working on power in order to get that quick flick of the wrist there in order to shoot that shot. So exercise number 4. Exercise number 4. I'll move my camera a little bit, y'all. There we go. Exercise number 4, triceps extensions. You can do them with barbells. You can do them with dumbbells, bands, cable machines, whatever you have access to, triceps extensions, okay? And exercise number 5 is kind of another group, all right, to wrap it up for today. What I did is I found this article on balance. And I don't care what sport you play, balance is important, okay? Doesn't matter. You can be a swimmer, you can be a volleyball player, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. I don't care. I don't care what sport you play, balance is important. But specifically to basketball, obviously, playing defense super important because you have no idea which way the offensive player is going to go. So you want to make sure you're able to stay on balance as you're trying to adjust to what it is the offensive player is doing, right? So any exercises that you can do on one leg. I really like this exercise here that is pictured because literally she's working on strengthening her lower leg muscles, but she's doing it on one leg. So not only are we working on balance, but we're also working on a little bit of strength and stability in that hip joint because we're working 3 different motions here while working on one leg. So that's a great one, right? As you see here, another great exercise. I love this one too. Standing on one leg, just working some dumbbell jabs. Now we're working those shoulders a little bit. We're going to be working our core, and we're on one leg again, so we're training our brain for more balance. Excellent exercise there, right? There was one, I think it was it at the top? Yeah, I think it was at the top. Super simple. This one right here. It looks simple, but try it. Try simply standing on one leg, all right, and just raising your leg, your knee about hip high, okay? And if it's a little bit too simple, what you can do as a follow-up is say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and add a shoulder press. I'm going to add like a lateral raise, whatever, to make the exercise a little bit more difficult. So I started out this exercise segment basically by saying anything that you can do on one leg is going to help increase your balance. So balance is definitely going to be important for basketball athletes and just about anybody who plays any type of sport as well, okay? So real quick review for exercise number 1, we said jump squats, focusing on that vertical jump. Exercise number 2, we said high knees to help focus on that cardio endurance and also helping to work with those muscles that deal with sprinting. We also talked about stretching our inner thighs to work with the flexibility of our groin, and also exercises for our hip abductor muscles. Excellent for doing things like lateral agility, as we did in this video here. We also talked about triceps extensions to help strengthen our triceps because, hey, we have that motion where we're shooting and we're using that tricep to propel that ball forward each and every time, talking about extending our shooting range. And then last but not least, exercises to work on balance. So anything we can think of that we can do on one leg to help improve our balance, which is excellent for playing defense and general overall agility. Whew. All right, that was a quick one. But I got straight to the point. All right, so let's see if we can do a little Q&A. You know me, I always keep my phone handy. Like I said, for some reason, I don't know why people send me messages. Still, still on Facebook. They'll send me messages on Facebook. Oh, I'm watching you on YouTube. I had a question. I'm like, well, just put it in the chat box, right? Where is my chat box? Let's see here. Oh, there it is. Something's wrong with my chat box today anyway. I'll have to look into that. All right, we're pretty quiet today. Pretty quiet today. So again, hey, pretty quiet today. But again, remember, we're doing these streams every Monday and Wednesday. Every Monday and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. And make sure you're checking me out on Instagram at Fitness Charles, Facebook, Twitter at Fitness Charles. Visit fitnesscharles.com. Figure out how you can try my 3 times the burn challenge 2 weeks for free. Also find out how you can join my Fit Forever family. You can work with me directly to transform your body. Let's see what else. Oh, also make sure you can check out that little logo that is at the bottom right of your screen. You click that, that'll get you subscribed. Make sure you like this video, share it out, turn your notifications on so you're always up to date with the latest content here on the channel. I will catch y'all on Saturday at 1 p.m. Central where we'll be doing another live